The grass is like ultra green. This is a cat. Scully is going to sneak up on birds and get them even though she has no claws. Very optimistic cat. Alright, so, update. I was on the Diane Rehm show this morning. It's this talk show on NPR with this woman who's actually pretty cute, but a little older, and has a voice condition. You'll pick it up. It doesn't take that long to happen. You can look it up on the internet. Anyway, she fights through it. It's pretty heroic. Anyway, so they had a discussion this morning on computer security, and being someone who listens to the radio as I'm driving into work, normally when this show is on, I listen quite a bit. They have a lot of guests on there. Sometimes I agree, disagree, whatever. I keep trying to call in, but I always heard the number wrong, and it's like a talk line, it's sex line if you miss it by one number. Seriously, this is my life. So I was like, what is it? So I finally oh, that's the number. So I call in. He's busy. I call in again. They're like, hey, who is this? And I'm like, oh yeah, my name's Roy, whatever. Oh, what do you want to say? Well, I was looking at and I was like, am I on? And she was like, no. I was like, okay, what do you want to say? And so I gave a little spiel. She's like, okay, hold on. So then I listened to the show for a while, and they start talking about some stuff, and pretty much every point they bring up, I want to be like, well, that's not really true. That's a perspective on it. And the three guests they have on there are a government guy, this Wall Street Journal, basically a big industry person, and then this consultant who consults for government and big industry. And there was nobody on there even pretending to represent or voice the will. I mean, the people out there. It's just, and this is on NPR where this is the super liberal, and it's so I call in and they finally all right. She's like, well, Roy, Dallas, and you can listen to it. I'll link to it. I come on 29 something or other and point out about the backdoors being a big problem. Actually, I mentioned the Chinese hack. It looks like the one that they did yesterday, or actually came out. They probably did it actually a few months ago. Was just a really good phishing attack. Later on, one of the people on the show was like, "Well, I fell for one of these too." Yeah. Come on, really? I mean, I understand you did, but let's fight off of this a little bit. This idea that it's not you got to pay attention, really, nowadays, because I'm not going to go into that so much. I want to bring up another point, but you do need to pay attention to what you're doing online. It's easy prey for a lot of stuff. So, which was kind of the point of the show. So listen to the whole thing. It's not so bad. But I was on, talked a little bit about the Chinese hack and the backdoor thing. One other point on the backdoor thing, they mentioned the PlayStation Network. It actually was kind of a backdoor thing. It was a developer account that was compromised, that basically you allowed to get you on as God mode and do whatever. Because when you're, when the system thinks you're the person that created the system, it lets you do all sorts of fun things. So talked about that, and the guy comes on later because he kind of thinks I'm throwing this mob mentality idea at him that you can just bend over and do this. And then the point that I tried to make real quick in that 30 seconds or 40 seconds was no, really, a good way to protect yourself, at least from just these mass kind of nasty attack kind of things outside of the criminal element, which is always going to be there, but what the one lady called the hacktivist thing, which is just kind of more of it's more of a will of the people thing. You got a bunch of people out there with lots of technology and lots of time all around the world. And you're not going to be able to stop them. And that's the thing. You're already infiltrated. They work with you. They're you. I mean, this is the people thing. And any one of those people who's inside a network compromises it. So you can build all the walls you want. But it's not going to work. So just be a good and open organization as much as possible. That will protect you. And when something happens like this, be honest about it. Sony is suing a bunch of their other customers who, strangely have, shared Sony's information. They're give a few songs to your friends and Sony will sue you. And then let your credit card information go, and it's just so lopsided. They mentioned the HB Gary thing. I won't go in too much, but I mentioned it on the show, got it in there. Again, like, if you want to go after people, you can't expect them not to come after you, and that's what happened then. And so, I don't know. The computer security shows just kind of set me off. It was fun. This is getting long, and I'm kind of meandering. Other quick news stuff, maybe I'll do something else later. But that was fun. This shirt, by the way, a shout out to the retiring one of the most powerful men in the world thing, Secretary Gates. He's one of those guys who I think actually did a decent job for what it is. And was like one of those people who knows everything, where all the bodies are buried. So this goes out to his university and the tradition of drinking and football. Sounds like the clothes are done. So, peace out. Take care. It was fun talking on the radio. I'd listen to it later.